Welcome back to another episode of Hate It or Love It. I am your host, LenDale White. Today I have a guest with me that, is I call him a guest, but he truly is my brother. A teammate, all pro Bo. What's going on, Bo Scaife?
What's up, man? I'm ready for the showdown today. I'm
Yeah, man.
y'all let me off the hook last year, huh? Y'all didn't want me on because you know
Yeah,
I was disrupting things, but I'm back.
that's not it at all, man. I think I've only taken two L's on this show, in 2 years, which is pretty good, when you consider there's 17, 18 weeks in it. So I'm like, I don't know, 30 and like two or something like that. So I ain't mad at that.
Okay, all right.
Maybe you can give me another L.
It's probably going. It's likely.
I highly doubt it, man. We're gonna get straight into it, man. It's crazy because our college football season, as we know it, is coming to an end.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, we still have NFL for another, I think, what, 8-9 weeks or something like that, which is exciting. But dog, it's so crazy because we wait all year for college football, it's football to start, and then it's already leaving us so soon, man. But with that being said, we're getting into some major games that have playoff implications. And we have Oregon State heading into Oregon at Autzen Stadium this year. They call this the Civil War rivalry. They have Oregon at minus 13 and a half. Hate it or love it.
I hate it. This gonna be the disruptor of the whole weekend right here. This gonna be the one, and it's gonna come down to the end for sure.
Yeah.
I seen that the line was 62. Which obviously could easily be broken, by these teams. But
Yeah.
I'm looking. Oregon State is a sneaky squad.
Yes, they
They're a
are.
sneaky squad, and obviously, when these rivalry games, you can't really, things are going to happen in the rivalry games just
Yeah.
because it's the rivalry game. So, with a hot team like Oregon State, who's been putting people on notice, we know they can score, we know they can run the ball, the
For
quarterback
sure.
well, like there's some things that are scary about them that Oregon is going to have to recognize. And if they have that one bad game, you know,
Right.
this could be the game that they have the bad game that's going to knock them out the playoff.
Um, I'm with you. I hate it because I don't think Oregon beats them by 13 for sure. I think Oregon State finds a way to hang around. I salute DJ with him transferring from Clemson. Everybody kept saying it was him, and he don't know how to run the offense. Here he is, ranked number 11th in the nation.
Mm-hmm.
And like you said, they got those boys playing a hell of a ball. But like you said, I hate it just because I think Oregon State just finds a way to hang in this game.
Mm-hmm.
And with 62 points, hate or love the over.
I hate that too. I think it's going to be closer to 72.
So you could say I say I love it. Then you love the over. Then
Yeah, I love it. Yeah, I
yeah,
love
let's go crazy. I love the over as well. I think that this game is going to put up a lot of points. Oregon has two receivers that and a guy here from Colorado, a tight end. I think they say he went to Heritage. He balled out against my Trojans, which I caught my eye. But ever since I've seen him do that, he's been just putting up crazy. He's been balling. So
it.
I think Oregon's going to put up a lot of points, and if Oregon State, covers for us, then clearly they're going to have to put up a 30 as well.
It's going to be the one, man. I'm telling you. It's going to be the one.
I'm excited to see that one, man. We just seen TJ, so TJ Ward will probably be watching that game too.
Oh yeah, he's gonna be hurt the game
yeah.
though.
Hey, I ain't mad at it. I've been hurt for the last 4 weeks, bro. I know what pain feels like. We have the next up. We have the my Nick Saban. I'm calling him mine because that's just how I roll. They got the number 8 Alabama Roll Tide heading into Auburn Tigers. They have Alabama at minus 14 and a half. Hate it or love it.
I love it. I don't think this is going to be a close game. I think Auburn's already checked out. Obviously, there's implications for Alabama that with teams, these are always the trap games where you play down to your level of competition. What is Auburn playing for? They're playing to disrupt the season for Alabama, right? You beat them. You're knocking them out of the playoff. So Alabama knows they got to go in there and handle business. They're hot right now. They're playing great. Like there's nothing that Auburn does that's going to scare them at all. They're not even. I think they're losing in the actual conference, the division in the SEC. So this is one of the games where you got to just go put up 40. Starters don't even need to play in the fourth quarter.
I'm with you, Bo. I feel like I love this for sure. When we're talking about playoff Nick Saban and fighting for his playoff life, for some reason these kids know how to turn it on and become different players. Monroe, the quarterback, has been balling out his mind.
Yep.
He's doing everything right. He's been throwing it. He's been taking off, running when he needs to, and their defense been getting them turnovers. I just think Alabama, like I said, playing for their fighting for their playoff life, balls out this week, and gives the playoff or the college football playoff something to think about as far as that top 4 spot. They have the over under at 49 points. Hate it or love it. I'm going to stop you and say I love it just because I believe Bama's going to put up at least 42 by themselves this weekend. I believe that. I just see that. I see them coming together, and Nick Saban's teams always know how to gel at the end of the year the right way. We haven't seen a 2-loss Alabama team, and I don't know how long, man. So they're going to give this college football playoff committee every bit of, whatever they need to put themselves in that talk. So I believe that they're definitely going to run the points up this weekend.
Yeah, I can't see them not doing it. I mean, even if Auburn doesn't score, they still might cover.
Yeah, I believe in Nick this week, man. He got a lot to be playing for. Next up, man, I guess this is going to be the college football game of the week. I know a lot of everybody's going to be tuned in. There's just no way you can't be tuned in. We got the number 2 Ohio State sucks Buckeyes at going in to, Big Blue. And everybody knows how it goes there. Matter of fact, Michigan has had their number the last 2 years. But let me be loud and clear when I tell you this. Ohio State has, before the 2 wins, Ohio State ran off, I think, 10, 11, 12 in a row. So this is going to be an interesting one. And they're both fighting for their playoff lives at this point because I feel like it's rough. They say whoever loses might be out. To me, when you're playing 2-3, depending on how this game goes, they might just rearrange numbers or one might drop to 4, depending on how this game goes. But they have Michigan at -3.5. Hate it or love it.
Hate it. I think Ohio State pulls this one off, and I'm going to tell you exactly why.
Please do.
It's a pretty evenly matched team, as far as like offensively, defensively, special teams, right? They're all kind of in the same range when it comes to like, each side of the ball. The difference maker is obviously Harrison.
Maserati.
And
Marvin Harrison Jr.
What's going to happen when Michigan has to throw the ball, because this isn't the other teams in the Big 10 where they can't match up and man-to-man against Michigan, big guy on big guy, and stop that. And they're going to force them to pass the ball. So when it comes down to the team that has to score when they need to and they have to pass the ball to do it, I'm trusting Ohio State to do that. They obviously, Michigan has all the controversy and everything that they're going through.
Right.
It's about time for that to be a distraction. I mean, listen, like America's team, nah, y'all not America's team. Actually, we got to get y'all out of the playoffs for doing that BS that y'all was doing in the first.
Yeah, y'all cheating anyway.
And that's what Ohio State coming to do. Like, y'all don't even belong in here. Y'all ain't playing fair. Get up out of here.
Right. And you took the words basically out of my mouth, is Pulse. But what I was saying is with all the distractions, Jim Harbaugh being, is it Jim or John? One of them Harbaugh, sorry. He's been suspended for the 3 games, all the Stein stealing. Like you said, like when you play mediocre teams, sometimes you can get away with stuff. But when you coming in, you play, and it hurts me to say this as bad as I do, because I think Ohio State sucks. And I truly do. I think Ohio State with Maserati Marv, they find a way to pull this game out. So I absolutely, what is it? Oh no, I hate it. I gotta say I hate it because Michigan is -3.5. So I'm gonna go. I hate it because I believe Ohio State covers in this one, and they find a way. And it doesn't matter how we say it, because I could love Ohio State, and however. So I figured that Ohio State comes in and they ruin their day, man. Depending again though how this game is played, well, I don't. If it's a tough fight game, right? Say it's like a 14-13, they go to the wire. Do you think that they knock them all the way out the playoff run, or do they just switch numbers, or do somebody move to 1 and somebody moves to 4?
They're going to have to knock them out. And I think this might be a convincing win for Ohio State. Like, I really do. Obviously another rivalry game, but they're looking to make a statement, and who else better to make a statement against your rival, right, especially with everything that they got going on right now. Like, as much as Michigan is going to try to use all this for inspiration, like, Ohio State is looking at it like, we smell blood. Like, let's.
You're right, bro.
They're wounded right now. Wounded.
They're wounded animal.
They ain't gonna have that coach speech. The other dude is gonna be in there crying and all that. Like, nah, that ain't gonna be the.
Oh, this man crazy. Hey, they got the over under 46.5. Hate it or love it.
I hate it. I don't think it's gonna be that. I think we're looking at like 21, 14.
Yeah, I'm looking at like a 35-10 Ohio State, and that leaves us right at 45. So that 46 is rough, and we know that Big Ten, how it gets. It's not like they're gonna pop it. Now when the Ohio State's offense is going, they can score a lot of points. We do know either offense, but I know that in these rivalry games, it's going to be a little different. And
when Michigan gets behind and they have to throw the ball to catch back up, that's not the strength of their game. Their strength of the game is we're going to overpower you, and we're going to run the ball down their throat. If Penn State had a better offense,
yeah, it would have been over.
It's a game, but Ohio State does have that offense, and they do have those players, and they do have that execution of the scheme to be able to go dominate a game like this.
This is a lock. Maserati Marv will have 100 yards and 2 touchdowns. He's going to probably seal his deal for his Heisman after this game. Maserati Marv, that's a lot. 100 yards, 2 touchdowns, beating Big Blue at home. He's going to probably lock himself in for the Bolitnikoff. We do know that, but he's trying to go for that Heisman Trophy for sure.
And like the DBs on the other side, like they're gonna step up to this challenge.
Yeah.
When you're playing against someone that's just better than you, there's not much you can really do. So they're gonna be hyped. They're gonna have eyes on them and stuff like that. And these dumb coaches, they're gonna let the ego get involved. They're gonna leave him out there on that island, and he's gonna get FedExed. Special.
I believe in you. I'm going under as well, man. I think those are that's it for the college football games. It's not really much on the slate this week, but we do got some Thanksgiving Day games. I mean, me and you played in a few of them, and we beat the dog crap out of this team that's up right now. But now it's changed for me because we have the Packers heading into my Detroit Lions. Yeah, Dan Campbell. I've been saying this on the show for weeks, man. You can go back on, whatever it is. I said that Detroit will win their division. I said this before the season even started. And the reason why I feel so confident in them is because Dan Campbell is a former player for sure, but it's not just him being a former player. It's him understanding and getting the players that understand him. Like, so they're working in cahoots together. Sometimes they go out, teams go out, get a coach, or they get players that are not going to conform or, play to what the coach wants. But Dan has got the players around him that he knows that he wants. And, man, I've been saying this all day long on this thing. When they're a dangerous team. So they have the Lions at -7.5. Hate it or love it. You already know I'm going with the Lions. I just believe they cover. And another lock. St. Brown will have over 50 yards with another touchdown. This is a lock. Amon-Ra St. Brown will have over 50 yards receiving with the touchdown. You can cash it in right now.
I believe that too. I love that too, man. They're a hot team, and all the reasons that you said about Dan Campbell, but they have a great scheme. Like, they're aggressive. They play aggressive football on both sides. Like, they want to score points.
Yes.
Goff is going off right now, man. He has his skill guys is getting them all the ball. So they're a hard team to stop. And if you fall behind them, it's hard to catch back up. So they can't. Green Bay's not going to be able to go out there and just be out there driving the ball down the field and kicking field goals. They're going to need touchdowns to win this game and to even cover the spread that we're talking about. So if they don't do that, which I don't think, and I don't really believe that Green Bay is going to do that, I don't see it happening.
Right. I mean, Goff gave up 3 picks last week. They still find a way to win. Man, that man's on fire. It's crazy how one man's trash becomes another man's treasure. And he's showing you like when a coach believes in you and gives you the realm, anything is possible, man.
Coaching matters.
Yeah. They got the over under at 47 points. Hated to love it.
I hate it. I don't think it's going to be that high of a scoring game. I don't think Green Bay is going to put up those kind of numbers to get that over. So hate it.
Yeah, I'm with you, Bo. I hate it too. They'll probably be right at that number. They probably hit 46 or 47, but they don't go over for sure. That's just where it is. And Dan, they're known sometimes to give up a lot of points, but those are to better offenses. I don't think Jordan Love with Aiden Hutchins, like that boy is playing out of his mind. He comes off that edge so crazy. Like it's going to be a challenge for Green Bay to get points on the board. So
24-10 type game
for sure. Right, and that's 34 points, and you score 24 points as an NFL team, that's a lot of points. I'm sorry, especially in the NFL. This isn't college football. Next up on our list, we have the Commanders, also known previously as the Redskins, heading into the Dallas Cowgirls. The Cowboys, and they have the Cowgirls minus 11. Hated to love it.
Hate it. I think this is going to be a tricky game for the Cowboys. Like this might be the one where they let up.
Yes.
This might be the one where they let up. You know, they playing on Thanksgiving. This is their day. But obviously these division games with these rivalries, nothing the Redskins would like more than to come in there and destroy Dallas.
Yeah.
The quarterback and Bieniemy, he has him having a career year right now. He's probably top 3 in yards right now, leading the NFL. So, yeah. They can score too.
Yes, sir. I'm with you, Bo. I smell an upset. Not even an upset. See, in this, all they got to do is not lose by 11 points. But when you pick these teams and we win, so and the Commanders are a tricky team. Like they fight hard. They fight hard, man. Mm-hmm. Ron Rivera finds a way to make his team go out there and fight hard. Like you said, enemy, we know him personally. Like at the beginning of the year, we heard all this rah-rah about how he coaches, but he has these boys playing ball. So I believe, like you said, Dak Prescott or Pick Scott, whatever y'all want to call him, has been going off as of late. And that's what scares me about him. It's like when he has these great games back to back, it's like something's going to come in between them. And, like, I think this might be the game.
Ray Sherman used to tell us, set up for the let up.
Set up for the let up, baby.
Set up for the let up.
They have the over-under at 48.5. Hated to love it.
I love it.
Yeah, Cowboys is going to put up points. And for the Commanders, Redskins, whatever you want to call them, Joe Namath's team, ain't that Jay? Wasn't it Joe Namath or who was the quarterback back in the day for the Redskins? Huh?
Oh, no, you mean for the Redskins, Dave Williams.
Yeah, Doug Williams. I'm sorry, Joe Namath. That's the Jets for some out of pocket. Doug, I think that this is the Commanders. They find a way, man. They just find a way to stay in games. And the Cowboys are going to put up points on the board. So that's why I believe this will be over, because the Commanders find a way to put up points as well.
Well, Dak is going to help them put up points.
Dak will definitely do that. And I got to say this, though. You can almost lock this in. Micah Parsons, he'll have over 1.5 sacks this weekend. He finds a way to the ball, man. Like, and Sam Howell, for some reason, he's a guy that runs around and tries to make extra plays. That's why Parsons will get his sacks on him.
He's definitely going to have 1.5 sacks. That's guaranteed.
Next up, we have your best friend, Kyle Shanahan's led 49ers. Care if people know. Heading into the Seattle Seahawks, coached by my old coach, Stinky Pete. They have the 49ers at -6.5. Hated to love it.
Love it. I love it. Like, the 49ers are hot right now. And, Seattle's a little wounded right now. Like, what if they have to play Drew Lock? Oh, man, it's ugly. These teams know each other really well. San Francisco's healthy. And when they're healthy, it's just hard to stop them. Who are you going to stop? You can't.
Yeah, they're loaded up. Ayuk, you got McCaffrey, you got Debo, you got Kittle. You got the dude the backup running back that comes in, and it's crazy. They have too many people, and then it's like
monster right now. Like, their defense is monsters right now. Like
Fred Warner, crazy. Oh, but listen, I got to give a shout out to my dog, Hufunga. Sorry, man, he went down with the ACL. I hate to see that, man, because he is one of them dudes that embodies the Troy P spirit, is what we call it. And he's a beast. So San Fran will be missing him. That's not a dude you can just replace
No doubt.
easily. But they do have a monster defense, like you said, still.
Yeah, I mean, those pass rushers or edge rushers, like, they're going to
Yeah.
raise havoc. Like, if Geno plays, we know he's a little banged up. He going to be running around for his life, and we know Drew Lock going to be running for his life. So, once again, like, if the Niners score, above 30 points, like, you're not going to beat them. The only time they lost any of these games is when they've scored 17 or less. That's the only time they lost, and I can't see that happening right now. McCaffrey has a day. The quarterback's been playing great, man. This is just not a good time to be playing the Niners.
I'm with you. I believe in the Niners. I'm taking them. I love this as well. They have the over-under at 43 points. Hate it or love it.
I love it.
I love it, too, because of the 49ers. If Geno plays, I think it's easy to go over 43. Drew Lock, boy, it'd be 35-0, and we're talking about San Fran blowing them out if Drew Lock is the quarterback. What a great karaoke partner. If you need to go to karaoke and you need somebody to rap something, please get Drew Lock. He'll do it. But as far as the quarterback of your team, I'm not taking him. Sorry. Won't do it. Can't do it.
Yep. Can't win with him.
Can't win. Like you said, can't win with him. Next up on the list, we have a Sunday night game. I think it might be Sunday night. They have Josh Allen's Bills heading into Jalen Hurts led Fly Eagles Fly. They have the Eagles at -3.5. Hate it or love it.
Love it.
It's simple as that. I love it too, man. Jalen's playing his butt off. And that defense is crazy. It's crazy when you have a defense like that. Josh Allen is the guy they want him to be the savior of the league. He's supposed to be like the next MVP and was supposed to be the guy. He is a hell of a talent. I do say that. But for some reason, when you get him flustered or when he has to make plays to show you that he is that guy, for some reason, he goes absent. So I am taking this Eagles defense, man, just because I believe in them. And that's just what I'm doing. And Jalen Hurts is crazy because the knocks that people try to give him or throw at him, and all he's done is win.
The Bills are still trying to figure things out. They fired their OC, a couple games ago. So they're still trying to figure. They haven't resolved that issue yet. You just don't fire somebody and everything's all fixed all of a sudden. So they're dealing with it. And then they're playing against a great offensive line and a great defensive line and a quarterback that has two monsters outside. So it's a lot to guard. It's a lot to handle. It's a lot to be up against. And, Buffalo's fighting for their identity right now. They haven't lived up to the expectations that everyone has had for them this year. So obviously they have a chip on their shoulder. But when you play good teams like the Eagles, they're not worried about that damn chip. Well, they have their own chip and to get back to the Super Bowl to revenge their loss to the Chiefs, which they did this past Monday night. So just expect the Eagles to be rolling and on that collision course, man, with the Niners and maybe the Lions, and they're definitely not about to let the Bills stand in their way.
I'm with you. Couldn't have said it better, man. They got the over-under at 48 points. Hate it or love it.
I love it. I do love it.
I love it too. I think Josh Allen's going to come out hot. That's one thing about him. He'll come out hot, but then it freezes up out of somewhere in between. He'll give you 10, 17 quick ones, man. But then it's like out of nowhere, for some reason, that offense just, it freezes up. And it's crazy because you think about it, Gabe Davis, Stephon Diggs, and the Cook brother, like they got talent. They got what's the kid's name? Don't they got the tight end kid, Dalton or something, the Utah?
Yep.
Yeah, so they have like playmakers. It's just, I don't know. So, I do believe they'll
game for the Stephon Diggs. And when he frustrated, shit started to go down and unravel.
Yeah, dog don't be playing that for sure. Yeah, I'm taking the over too. Last up, they got the Bears heading in to my shirtless Kirk. Yes, he's hurt, but we got a new guy, Josh Dobbs, taking over and doing his thing, man. And they have the Vikings at -3.5. Hate it or love it.
Hate it. Yeah, I hate it.
You think the Bears beat the Vikings?
I think the Bears beat the Vikings. Like, I know Dobbs has been playing well.
Yes.
but maybe this Kareem Jackson hit would have been the thing that set him back. And Buddy for the Bears played great last week. The quarterback for the Bears played great last week. I think he's going to be on, trending upwards and finish the season, trying to finish the season strong so he can go in and have a good season next year. I'm taking the Bears on this one.
Well, that's where you have me messed up, my friend. I'm taking the shirtless ones team. Yeah, Jordan Addison's team, and he will have a touchdown. That's another lock. Jordan Addison plus 1.5 touchdowns this week against the Bears. I'm taking the Vikings this weekend, man. I just believe that Josh Dobbs has that team believing. We know as well as anybody when a quarterback has the team that believes in him, anything is possible, man. And when you come in and you can win the games in the way he's won them, I just believe that that they're behind him. So
no, Josh Dobbs, but he's been a backup for a reason, right? Yeah. So usually, backups can come get you a few dubs here and there, but
Geno was a backup. He got with Pete Carroll. He's become an unbelievable player. Sometimes it's all about the system, or if you find that coach that has the faith in you. And yes, you're right about the backup. I get it, but this is the year Josh Dobbs is finding himself as a quarterback. So I'm riding the train, baby. Let's go, Josh Dobbs.
Okay.
They have the over/under at 45 points. Hate it or love it?
Hate it. I think it's going to be a low-scoring game.
I hate it too, only because I don't believe Chicago's off. Like, they score, but it's in spurts. Like, it's not like a consistent point. Like, they put up points a lot. And I don't believe in their quarterback. Yeah, they do. He came and he played decent last week, but that's a guy that needs to show me that he's ready for the big stage.
Well, this is going. He's capable of doing this, so like with his arm and with his legs. If they get Hightower going, he can run the rock. So
is Justin Fields back with Chicago, or is this the Ben? What's the dude's name? Ben? What's his name?
Fields. He played last week, so they almost beat Detroit last week. They lost in the final minute.
Yeah, well, Fields he's a Michael Vick-esque, and yes, he can throw the ball. I just don't think he can throw the ball like Mike Vick, and I think he relies on his feet a little too much, or maybe that's the play calling. Who knows? I just don't believe that he comes in and does that against my Minnesota Vikings, the shirtless one, man. So
we'll do it. I believe in you, Justin. Let's go, baby.
Yeah, hey, he believes in you. I would love to see him ball out. I can't lie. I would love to see him. I would love to see him ball out. Yeah, but I'm looking at this, and some of these people, a lot of their questionable. If he doesn't play, it's going to be, if their running game is. If that Dante kid doesn't play, he's a Texas kid running back, he's a beast. If he doesn't play, yeah, it's lights out for Chicago for sure. Mm-hmm. Well, bro, I truly appreciate you stopping by on Thanksgiving week. We're a couple days away, man. I want to tell you happy Thanksgiving, big bro. I truly appreciate you stopping by. Another episode of Hated to Love is sponsored by our guys over at SteadyPicks. It's always an honor to have you come on, man, and thank you for your time, big bro.
Get your brother, man. Take that L, dog. Happy Thanksgiving, man.
Ain't that a BI? Hey, man, you're gonna lose, man. All right, big bro. Love, man.
Appreciate you, dog.
Yes, sir.